Want to call the meeting to order for Tuesday, November 19th, 2024. It is now 6:03 p.m. And roll call, please.
Chair Benson,
Present.
Vice Chair Grant,
Present.
Commissioner Bose,
Here.
and Commissioner Ramirez.
Here.
Flag salute. And I want to say, let's go, Terry. You're the only one that doesn't have a mask on besides me. Ready, set.
Oh,
What?
am I doing a line?
You're doing it.
Ready, salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next on the agenda is item 4, Secretary's report.
Yes, the meeting packet was published on November 14th, 2000.
And next on the item 5, approval of minutes, item 5.1 for the meeting of October 15th, 2024. Does anyone have any changes or modifications? If not, I need a motion and a second.
So move. Second.
Thank you. Motion was made by Sam, seconded by Luis. All in favor of approving the minutes of Tuesday, October 15th, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous, thank you. And the approval of the agenda, item 6, tonight's agenda. I need a motion and second.
Move for approval.
A second. Sorry, seconds. All in favor of approving the agenda at tonight's meeting, November 19th, 2024, say aye. Aye. Motion approved. Introductions. I don't know if we have any.
No.
No introductions tonight, and item number 8, public comment on items not on the agenda. Anyone in the audience who would like to speak on items not on the agenda? Nope. Number 9, new business. Item 9.1, proposed special event to be added to current work plan, staff report. Adam Hennig, please.
Yes, okay, so if you open up your packet and turn to the first staff report. So at your most recent commission meeting in October, there was comments from the local chapter of the American Association of University of Women, who were inquiring about a potential collaboration with the Parks and Recreation Commission on the establishment of a Earth Day event at Christmas in the Park in April of 2025. During the future commissioner initiated items, Commissioner Ramirez had requested that the commission consider adding this item to the November agenda. There was enough support for it. Anyway, so it is now on your agenda. We have members of the AAUW in the audience. So this is an opportunity for the commission to discuss, whether or not you would like to move forward in adding this to your work plan. And, what does that collaboration look like? What would the commission's role be? And maybe trying to also understand too, what is the event supposed to look like? Because from my knowledge, it hasn't happened before. So this is gonna be a first.
Okay.
Uh,
Go ahead, Luis.
Thank you. So I did get an opportunity to meet with some of the folks from AAUW and the Gilroy Garden Club. And Gilroy Garden Club seems like there's a lot of energy, there's really have a really good event going on now, and I know you talked to AAUW about putting together. That's gone anywhere between the two organizations, but I know from the city's standpoint, I personally support the effort and would do whatever we can from the city perspective to support whatever the two you come up with. There's a few things that we can do with advertising, just at least get up to the city website. Provide services and that, very compost, but maybe we can workshops, other things that the city can do, and I'm all for that effort. Yeah. That's my.
Okay. Sam, do you have any comment?
I couldn't be there at the meeting that day, but I'm certainly in favor of it.
Terry?
Yeah, I am too. It's just, I know anytime we do something new, it's getting it up and going. But, you know, I think it's a good idea. I was just out there with the Red Barn and it looks great and the whole area is just, it was a beautiful day to be out there. And I think it's important that we pay homage to how beautiful it looks all the time and all the work that our Parks and Recs guys do for us. So, yeah, I'm interested in whatever we decide we should do.
Thank you. I also spoke to, regarding the master gardener. I've also spoken to, Stephanie L. She's also involved with Beekeeper Society, and they're very interested in joining there as well. I also talked to Michelle Wexler, and I know from a public health perspective, they are probably interested in joining along, similar to what they had at the, Dia de los Muertos or La Ofrenda Day that was downtown. They had a lot of health department, booths, and so I'm sure they'll would want to partner in as well. I'm totally in support of this, even though I will no longer be chairman. I'm involved with the barn committee, and I know they're gonna support that too, especially the gardeners. So what we need to do to make it happen, probably we need to involve Adam and staff and, you know, find out how much support they can count on, we can count on for staff, versus all of ourselves alone, of course, when we're doing it.
I was wondering if someone from AAUW would like to kind of give us an overview of what the vision is for this event. It is coming up.
Right, so, our, do we have a name really for our group? So we're part of the AAUW here in Gilroy, and we are.
Committee, an environmental committee.
Yeah, that's basically it. So, so we're really concerned with, climate change and climate justice, and which is part of the AAUW's overall, mission. And seeing what we can do here in Gilroy to empower people and help people get educated, and to help them know what they can do in their own community. So, so that's really what we're aiming for. What we were, just hoping to do is provide more, you know, educational material, and also to involve kids in whatever way we can, to you know, to give them stuff to do. So,
Can I add to that?
yes, you sure can.
And we really will. These
The-
are my friends from the gardening group.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That we would like to partner with. So
Oh,
We sit on the board for the Gilbert Gardening Group. And I'm also a past 2 weeks ago, board member for the Miller Red Barn.
oh,
But I need to step away from that because the gardening group is my first love. And our mission is to teach people how to grow their own food, their own vegetables, flowers, trees, succulents, to know how to improve the earth. I also have agreement from the beekeepers. Beekeepers Association, they are a 501c3. I spoke to them yesterday.
Mhm.
They are going to participate. They will bring an actual hive
cool.
that's enclosed in plexiglass. They will let kids put on the beekeeper thing, just to let the kids do it. We have a commitment from the FFA, which Judy coordinates. And the FFA, they do a lot for us, and not only helping us set up and shut down, but possibly to grow some things. I was telling Jan that, it would be great if we could teach kids, or the FFA could teach the kids how to plant pumpkin seeds in April, then you have them in October. We have a group, an active group of about close to 50 people. And we actually have a new council member that just joined our group. So he and his wife, so,
Mr. Fugazi,
pardon me?
Mr. Fugazi.
Mr. Fagaz. We have an active group, I say about 45 people, very active. We grow all our own seeds. And then we take them to the barn on April 19th, and we sell those to the public. And we also get donations from a lot of the nurseries locally in Morgan Hill, San Martin, Gilroy. And so we had over 3,500 plants to sell
Hmm.
last year. And we raised quite a bit of money. I mean, I guess we can say, we raised a little over $10,000
That's great.
in one day.
Are you gonna have your plant sale there too? Plan?
Oh, of course.
They've been doing this for 3, 4
We're
years.
on our 4th year.
Mhm.
And that money that we raise, we donate it to the community. We donate it to, like, for instance, there's a teacher at Brownell who is a member of our group, and she wants to teach her 6th graders how to grow their own food.
Mhm.
So they need a little bit of seed money. So, Operation Freedom Paws in San Martin, they needed, vegetables for the veterans to learn how to grow, vegetables and flowers. The Miller Red Barn, the Miller Red Barn really is honoring all of the agricultural history that Gilroy has.
Right.
You've been out there, I mean, we all have been out there. A wonderful historical value. Okay, I can go on and on, but. So what we, the Gilroy Gardening Group, we want to have the beekeepers there.
Mhm.
We have a commitment from, Recology. There's the lady, Ocampo, that she, this is called Waste Zero. She's a Waste Zero specialist to teach people how to recycle their garbage.
Mhm.
How to use the compost, how to use mulch. So education. Also, our city forest, if you are familiar with that organization, wonderful organization. They've come to my home, my neighbors' homes, planted trees. Their goal, their mission is to plant 1,000 trees a year throughout Santa Clara County.
Mhm.
So, there's a couple of other organizations that are.
And then we also into
The FFA for their greenhouse, and we want the FFA to also grow some plants for us. But I forgot the other organization.
Master Gardeners.
Oh, yeah, Master Gardeners has already said that they would help us. They come out with a lot of education for kids and families. And they have a lot of samples of seeds, and they're a wonderful organization. Teaching classes on how to graft trees, how to do a variety of things. Yeah, Master Gardeners has already.
So for the last 3 years, we've taken over the front of the mill.
The big
Okay.
space.
And then the folks at Miller Red Barn have been doing tours of the inside with all of the wonderful things that they have at the Miller Red Barn. So, I'm thinking that maybe, your group wants to go after the redwood trees towards the compost. Then that would kind of just kind of fill that whole area.
Right.
With that.
So we
What
will,
location do you want for the?
It's typically every year the compost is placed out there where we have the wood chips.
Yeah.
So,
It's a little near the temporary fire station.
yeah.
Well, we could probably get into the nuts and bolts later, but obviously, great work. And thanks for reaching out already. I can see it's probably gonna be a very well attended event, and I know, we'll probably have the city's help with, going on the emails and the blasts and stuff like that that they do as far as what's going on.
I'd just like to share a little bit more of what we have in mind.
Okay?
They are the professional, the gardening group. They've been doing this. They're a mature organization that has a well thought out plan. We're just going to, we hope, sort of piggyback on what they're doing. And so we don't want to duplicate some of the groups that they're having. So we're thinking some of the groups we might invite are Cheer with Herman Garcia and his Garbage Museum, Audubon Society, Valley Water, Silicon Valley Clean Energy. We've heard from others that they have a little demonstration house that they bring.
Wonderful.
And possibly work WERC, the Wildlife
Yeah.
Education Research Center.
Mhm.
They're in Morgan Hill. Anyway, we haven't developed a full list yet, but we don't know if we'll need to use the inside of the barn or primarily outside, towards where the trees are at the north. I guess that's north end of the barn.
Probably you have to have a conversation with the barn. Or-
Yes, about using the inside,
Or
but
part of it, because I'm sure they want to do their tours that are educational.
yeah.
And I figured your group too is gonna do a lot of educational stuff, maybe brochures and things for
Yeah,
kids.
right. So I
think
wanted
it
to
all
piggyback
fits
on that.
together.
Sure.
Or we hope it all.
Yeah.
We certainly don't want to step on their toes or interfere with what they've been doing. We want, so it basically kind of be two separate organizations having a simultaneous event.
And we.
Well, no, it's gonna be, it's gonna be a joint event.
A joint event, right?
Yeah, even if it's master gardeners and they usually have their stuff at the barn, it's all going to be,
How, do you guys reach out to schools so that students are there or
This is Saturday.
it's on
Yeah,
Saturday?
The 19th is Saturday.
Okay.
yeah, 19th is Saturday.
But in the
That
future,
could be
you
part
would,
of the
like as a
advertising.
field trip type of thing, for kids or something like that, you know,
Yeah, that's something the bar can
One
do.
of the goals of the Red Barn is to have field trips.
Yeah.
yeah,
For kids to learn about the agricultural history of our area.
yeah, I mean, how many of them have seen a real barn? I mean, yeah.
I just have a couple other things to add to, whenever everybody has done this, we can. So, we can probably have a bike parking lot. And, we may have a food truck or two. And, we may have an electric car if there's room for that, a company that has electric cars, a local company. And we, are in touch with the youth commission. The youth commission wants to get involved in some way.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how. And, but my main question is, can we, can you co-sponsor with us? Can the city of Gilroy co-sponsor this event with us too? That's two organizations.
Or would we need to pay a fee to use the property? Or if the city is a co-sponsor, would we not need to, maybe?
I could, let's follow up, offline, outside of this
Okay.
meeting. I guess the primary objective for the commission is, whether or not they want to be involved in this and we can add it to the work plan.
Mhm.
And then also, roughly what is the role of the commission at the event? I mean, it sounds like they'll be involved in the planning of the event. In terms of the day of the event. Is there anything specific that they would be involved with that you envision for them?
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't think we really.
Or maybe the commission themselves?
Maybe
yeah.
you can tell us.
Well, my kind of thing was, we don't need council permission for that, do we? If we say that we want to do this and it's in the city
Yeah, no, it's
facility,
fine.
so it's good. So that's probably the first hurdle. They'll still have to find out about if there's any fee related, but if we go through the barn as well, there's never a fee for the barn. As far as I'm aware, we probably just might have to reserve the site on the ranch side, but I
Right.
don't know if,
Yeah, I mean, in
We'll
terms
see.
of the logistics.
yeah, I mean, we'll get
Yeah.
into it. We don't have to do that all tonight. We're not at a 100
No,
foot
we're not
level.
talking the
We're at a
details.
20,000 foot level at this point. So, yeah, I think as far as putting it on the work plan, I think that's probably a good idea. It's something that can be, done before the end of the year. It's a reportable and you can report progress. Also, I think it's gonna take, a subcommittee and, you can have like one or two commissioners be the co-chairs and then get the other groups involved that they're recommending, so then work together. I'll be gone. I might be in the barn side.
With the barn.
I'll be in the barn side,
Yeah.
probably.
You
So-
and Mary Lou switch places, sort of.
Little. So anyway, yeah, I think that's kind of the steps I kind of see. Then we vote tonight to like co-sponsor, and then, set it on the work plan. Get, the work plan started as far as, get two people involved from commission and then work with AUW Master Gardeners and whomever else they're recommending and bring them all in.
Yeah, I love the idea. I love the idea of the barn and everything. I just, to what end? What's the goal? What do we hope to achieve? I mean, will it be young people learning about, why there's a barn even there and what it's all about? The gardening part of it is just so rich. But
It's an Earth Day event.
I understand it's an Earth Day
So that's the
event. I
main
just, yes, I would like to get some details going before we say anything like who's gonna set up stuff, who's gonna be
Oh, yeah,
there,
that's way too early.
well, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
so, but I am in favor of that, and I would hate to see the barn just sit there and not be acknowledged, it's beautiful.
No, they'll be
Yeah,
in it too.
yeah, I'm just saying that, I think, because
I
you
can't-
have a lot of.
I can't speak for Gary, but I will certainly reach out to him.
Yes, and I can reach out to
Yeah.
him too, but because we. We aren't exactly on the same page yet. She was thinking that groups we invite might want to be inside the barn, and I was thinking Earth Day, they should be outdoor.
Well, we have to be outdoor for the most part because we have a limitation of 49 persons unless
Right,
that gets raised into, because of
I
there's
know
no
about that.
sprinkler building, so
Yeah.
having them inside is very limited. As I don't know if you went to the breakfast.
and she hasn't seen what's the displays that are inside the
Oh.
barn.
You're in for a treat.
Yeah, and.
Yes, Mary Lou.
I've spoken to Gary about our
You
meeting.
have? Okay,
Oh,
good.
yes, and he's very supportive.
Good.
And of course, he's been very supportive of the gardening group, but now welcoming the AAUW and the other groups to be partners.
Sure,
Yeah, sure.
And I know at some point, we talked about maybe the city waiving the fees for our permit. I know that we usually have a very nice food truck for our volunteers for the gardening group. We actually, give them a very nice lunch. Because they work very hard.
yeah, I'm not sure about fees and stuff. I know if it's just the Earth Day stuff that we've had in the past, I've never seen a fee when you go pick up your mulch and chips and all that, and I know is there a fee when you guys had your gardening Earth Day sale, plant day sale? plant sale?
Right now I can't remember, but I know we go through the permit process.
Mhm.
You have to make a reservation for the area, right?
Yeah, we could,
It's already reserved.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll get into that. Well, there's it's a special event, so. Yeah. Vacation, a reservation at the park site. And I already know that day is available at the Christmas Apartments.
Oh.
So, we could get into that, offline. But at this point, I would say, does the commission want to make a motion and go from there? And also too, if you do move forward with it, let me know who the committee is and then we can start those meetings.
Yeah, maybe when we go over our plan later on this evening,
Yeah.
that we could kind of like talk about who wants to
I
volunteer.
would like to stay for that part of your meeting.
absolutely
because I
can stay
know
there.
the work plan.
You absolutely can stay for it, yeah, and I don't think you can get away from the special permit, special events. It's just if there's a fee, we'll.
I know about special event.
Yep, we had to do it for the pancake breakfast, but I don't know, we're not serving food, so we're not gonna have to get a county for it. Anybody who has a truck, they have to deal with stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so, yes, sir.
April 19th, that would only be on the north side of the.
Yes, near the barn.
Yeah, that's usually where the Earth Day events are. It is Easter
Yeah,
weekend. It is Easter weekend, but it's
So-
Saturday. And then usually it's usually done out there at that time, even if it's Easter weekend, because the city has compost and chips that they.
That's only on the water side.
Yeah, that's right. It's on the ranch side. Yeah, and that's still the case. As far as the turf area, it kind of depends on how big this gets. It might get bigger and we might need space. So that's why, we're talking about it. And if there's soccer or whatever, little league, we might have to cohabitate.
Last year we had about 400 people.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so let's close that part and come back to commission and have our discussion and see how y'all feel.
Reese?
I'm excited about this, yeah. I've always wanted the Parks Commission to get more involved in the community, and we're getting involved with some great organization and a new organization, and I hear about works and hear about the beekeepers, I can just envision how it's gonna look out there. We could both get paid. So if you sell more plants, and you get more people. Always supportive.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Michelle having the health department come down and have their booths too for people, because
Sure.
they want to get people out walking and things like that, so I know it's all hand in hand, get out in you know, the environment, so I think that hits your protocol as well.
And in education, that library commission, they would love to have like technological issues and speak in front of people. We can do that as well. There's a lot of
That's
opportunity
great, so
for
we
the
could,
whole city, so.
yeah, we could nice go with them too or something. Okay, how about you, Sam, any comments?
Yeah, I'm in favor of it.
All right,
So, I guess I'm trying to figure out how to word it to say that we want to, do the special event.
mhm. Well, we can say like his on the analysis part, that, so I'm just kind of like not making a motion, but wording it sort of like I'm going to. So, we want to move forward in the collaboration with the AUW and other work groups on the Earth Day event on April 19th at Christmas Hill Park. And, we also want to add it to our work plan. And then once it's added to our work plan and we get a committee together, it's not part of the motion part. Then we can talk about, you know, marketing, tabling, recruiting speakers, getting sponsors, vendors, and then commissioner participation. So, okay, so the first
So
part is,
can I second it?
well, I can make a motion, can't I?
Of course,
Yeah, okay, so then I will make the motion that we want to move forward in collaborating with the AUW on this proposed Earth Day event on April 19th at Christmas Hill Park. And also add it to our Parks and Rec Commission work plan, which we will discuss in more details.
Yeah.
Master gardeners and other groups.
Gilroy
Gilroy Garden Group? Oh, I thought you was
Oh.
master.
Yeah.
Okay,
Gilroy Garden.
Gilroy Garden Group, AUW, beekeepers associations. There'll be more. Okay? Now you can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
now you can second.
I second.
All right.
I
All
just
in
have-
favor? Oh,
I'm
I'm
sorry,
sorry,
Rick.
Jerry.
Do you guys have a card or a name, or how do we, if we needed to get in touch with you, or you needed to get in touch with us?
He's
You
got
have
it.
the card, okay, good.
Plus, we can always grab Connie. I have Connie's number on
Connie knows
my
that.
phone
Yes.
and Marilyn.
And then you put Jan's and
I'll put, we'll
Mary
put
Lou's
Jan.
and-
Mary Lou, I have.
Denise.
And I don't think we have your contact information, so.
My person.
Oh, okay, great, great. So maybe we could get his number and so. All right, so all in favor? Aye. Pass. Boom.
Done.
Now the real work begins.
I just have one comment,
Yes, Judy.
is when we have the garden in downtown Gilroy,
Mhm.
we had a Earth Day and, the city of Gilroy, partnered with us. And we had a booth for, Parks and Rec, where for the kids, programs.
Nice.
And we also, the city of Gilroy, and I don't know if this is you or somebody else in the city, but the city of Gilroy paid for our flyers and advertising. So I don't know who that would be, but it would be nice if, you know, once we get this kind of ironed out of who's gonna be there, maybe we could partner that way as well.
Mhm. Well, like I say, a lot of the advertising will probably be electronic too, because the city newsletter that goes out across town, and you would sign up for it. And they would send you the email, the city newsletter's got all kinds of business in it, and what's going on and all that. So if you're not part of it, I recommend you sign up, you can sign up online. So yeah, and then, so a lot of electronic, but I'm sure Adam's gonna have a conversation too with staff. So, yeah,
All right, let's keep going.
okay. All right, now let's go back to the agenda and 9.2. Approval of the 2025 Parks and Recreation meeting schedule. So Adam,
Okay, so turn to, the next report, what's that?
Terry, turn the page.
I know,
Anyways,
I'm looking.
Oh,
Yeah,
so every year at this time of year, right before the new year, because there's no meeting in December. This is the opportunity for the commission to adopt their schedule for, the following year. So listed, at the bottom is all of the dates. These are the third Tuesday of the month, which is when the commission meets, typically. Historically, the commission, meets about 10 times a year in a calendar year, and typically they go dark in 1 month during the summer, either July or August, and then December as well. But just be aware that this is just when they traditionally have met. You could certainly adopt a modified schedule if you'd like, if it's up to the commission.
I think we're gonna get new commissioners in January too. That's the plan. The council is going to be doing the interviewing, I think in December. Once the new council
Yeah.
set.
Yes,
And,
I believe the applications end in early December.
Yeah, I think December first is the applications.
Yeah, but anyways, yes, it might be a few days after, but it's early
Yeah.
December and then go through the interviews, I wanna say actually in January.
Oh, okay.
And then they'll appoint at the second meeting in January.
Okay, so we may not have one?
So I guess, actually, now that I think about it, you may not have a new commissioner in January. Or you may not, you will not actually have, they will not have been appointed yet until the end of January, because I believe the third, actually, the third Monday is a holiday. So their meeting in January is gonna be the last January, which would bypass your recognition meeting, because Pat's not on anymore.
right.
We won't have
Yeah,
one.
if you don't have a quorum, Bryce, talk to me on Thursday. I don't know.
Yeah, so.
I think that's something that might be a possibility. If there's a lack of a quorum, you
Yeah.
asked me, I could do an emergency something.
Yeah, I've had this before where we didn't have a quorum and we brought in a previous commissioner who had already turned out.
Right.
To come back until we were able to fill the quorum, so,
Okay,
which would allow you to.
So if I told him that that's the case, then if I'm available, I would be happy to, if there was
Yeah.
okay with the city.
Yes.
Okay, so don't worry, you'll have a quorum.
so we'll see you again, is that what you're saying?
We might.
Okay.
Maybe they'll move fast. Okay, so, as far as the dates look, it's kind of up to you guys and gals.
I would say that we move to set the subject to modification once we get all of us, the commissioners on board,
Yeah,
just to see, what it looks like, and so we revisit this when we have a full commission.
yeah, and as far as your dark months, I think I would wait till you get your commission. I mean, December may be a given, but, you never know. If it's busy, it's always a bit.
When are you interviewing, or are you just, is it just an ongoing interview?
Well,
for
the
people?
council does the interviews, so like I said, the applications end in early December. Actually, let me just look it up, but I'm pretty certain it's in January.
The,
The interviews.
oh, I thought it was December.
Oh, okay, interviews in January, oh, okay.
Actually, I'll tell you in one moment.
They have to certify the election before they can seat the new council, so. That's kind of taking.
So let's see. Okay, so the application deadline is December 6th.
Oh, 6, okay.
Yes, the first interview, the interview is on Monday, January 6th. And then the appointment is on January 27th. So they will not be able to join until February.
Oh, boy.
That's a whole month.
Boy, you can't speed it up, huh? Too bad. Okay,
There's only one council meeting in December.
I believe so, yes. It's more of a ceremonial, although there are some things.
so they're having interviews the night of their council meeting or separate? Or a special?
So the meeting where they turn it over to the new members of the city council, they will have items on.
Okay,
Those consent items, do appointments to new boards now
Yeah,
and committees.
but they're not going to announce until 27th, huh? Because there's no meeting on the 20th?
Yeah, there's a, I think it's Martin Luther King.
It is. It
Yes.
is.
Mhm.
So they'll take the following meeting on that Monday as a.
The 27th will
Yeah.
be where the
So do
appointments
we
are.
have, my question is, do we have any? This gonna take more time in January, can we afford to put off our January meeting until close? Or do we wanna go ahead and meet in January for? I think really better go in January, that we need to get together, that we can't wait till the end of the month. That's my question.
The end of January, you mean?
Yeah,
Thinking that what, we're gonna have some, some, you have had time to interview and everything,
Yeah.
somebody,
Well, at least that we won't have to have a. Cancel a meeting due to a lack of quorum.
Right,
So,
me, to me, it's not. When you
Yeah.
say that, we'd love to see you back. But if it's left back in the January. And if we push back till the end of January, to have our first meeting with the full commission.
and that's assuming we have people that are interested,
Uh,
like people to interview.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have.
Well,
You never know, you know?
okay, I mean, I'm just, good point saying, so the last Monday is January 27th, when they're gonna do the appointments. In your meeting, oh, you're saying to change the meeting date things?
Right,
The 28th, that might be a tough turnaround time.
Yeah,
For the,
how about the 29th, Joe,
the 29th, you mean Wednesday?
that's January, right?
Mhm.
That's the 29th is the third, right? Did I get that
No,
wrong?
29th is
It's a Wednesday.
Wednesday of January is Wednesday.
Between Christmas and New Year's break. There's a holiday.
That was the
Martin Luther
20th.
Martin Luther King.
20th.
Huh.
Or, yeah, Martin Luther King's 20th.
What works for you, Adam?
Well, I mean, I'm looking at your work plan, I mean. This event is really gonna be. The ongoing
Mhm.
item with
Yep.
updates. And Reporting out. Aside from that, I don't see anything that, at this point, something could come up. But at this point, I don't see anything pressing where, if you want, you could wait till February 18th to have your.
Are we getting the pickleball back on January?
I haven't updated,
Okay,
during the work.
okay, because if we are, then we should work.
Well, that's 2 months, if we wait till February, it's 2 months with. Under January blank. And then we got February, March, April, two meetings, and then subcommittee meetings to get the Earth Day.
It's just all coming together
Why
in
don't we
waves.
still have the meeting?
Yeah,
And, if we don't have a quorum due to they're not being picked yet. I'm sure they can get approval for me to come back so we can have
Well,
it.
yeah,
Well,
you won't have a quorum, 'cause they won't be appointed.
yeah, then let's
Let's
count on that and,
Yeah.
I'm applying for another commission seat, but I won't be appointed on that one either because they won't be appointing
Exactly.
anybody yet. So I'll be available,
Yes.
okay?
Yeah,
One way or another.
I would think, I think we should have a January meeting.
Yeah, because that way.
Especially when we-
Right, we can
Or
kind
all
of
the-
have some folks and have the AEW folks and,
Yeah. I agree.
maybe I can get Michelle Wexler here too or something. So, yeah, I think so. Let's still have it. So if, I say let's go with
Yeah.
this. So, I make a recommendation that we approve the dates as shown. And you can say for the time being, unless there's something comes up later.
Subject to modification. later.
Right, subject to modification later, and, then once you have your full commission or as full as you're gonna get, then you look into your dark months. So you can revisit it later. How's that, Adam? Okay, so, second,
I second.
okay, thanks, Louise. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passes. Okay,
Okay, so we'll bring this back then.
Right,
in February.
Right.
So, well, you might wanna
let's
wait
see.
another month or so till the new commissioners get here and then they know, oh yeah, whatever. But whenever you think it's right. But I'll be here for a quorum. You just get that all approved for me and then, the one thing too is even if they got appointed like the day before, if they're not sworn in, then they can't be here to do it.
And
So-
sometimes, most applicants usually don't attend the meeting
Yeah.
when they appoint, although they don't even know. Until they get a letter or an email,
Yeah,
the next day or two. So it would be the turnaround would just be too quick.
yeah, it would be, so,
I think your plan is wise.
okay. All right, let's go to the next item then. And this is old business, item 10.1, review of the fiscal year 24 and fiscal year 25 Parks and Recreation Commission work plan. So
And
staff
actually, if you
report,
turn to the spreadsheet in your
Okay.
packet. Just jump right to that,
right?
and then we'll go down the status list.
Add,
Uh,
we'll add the April.
yes,
Thursday.
Earth Day. So you'll have, this will probably be 2 pages.
Yeah,
Okay, so you hosted Arbor Day, congratulations, remember? That
Yeah.
was just, it seems like eons ago. That was on October 24th, it was a very nice event, so good job to the commission. Then also, okay, so,
no updated training opportunities that I'm aware of because, the,
Trading?
training, sorry. The CPRS thing is still
Articulate.
pending, going through,
okay,
so,
citywide events, so breakfast with Santa.
mhm.
Hopefully all of you can join us. This is on Saturday, December 7th at the senior center. And I think you need to be there at 7:30 in the morning.
Right, because your seatings are 8:30 and
That
10:30.
is correct. And we'll need help with the pancakes, egg, orange juice, all that good stuff. Lots of fun. But anyway, so I'll continue to send reminders and updates. But please-
Yeah, I'm planning on being there.
Yes, oh,
Yes, yes.
Yes,
My pancake flipping roll.
there you go.
And, but I think maybe we should reach out to get some more help.
Yeah, because you're gonna be, yeah. and
Well, we need more, like,
We need
maybe
to
we
look
can get
at-
Vincent back, maybe we can get Ermy, who knows?
I think Ernie would probably do that.
Ermy would probably do it, unless he's having surgery.
Saw him the other day, he was fine, walking upright.
Need to recruit help for that.
Yeah,
Need to recruit help for that. Yeah. We could,
That's
the
definitely-
barn group,
yeah, your buddies
we
from the
had,
barn
we
group,
had 5.
yeah, they were great.
Okay, well, let me find out before you invite anyone. Let
No.
me find out how many people we, because the kitchen can only have so many people.
Right,
in it.
exactly.
I will follow up, but please, for the 4 of you, please plan on being there.
Yep,
Okay.
I think we need at least 2 more.
Okay, well, I'll talk to Judy.
Okay.
That's what she says. Okay, I want to give you an update on the pickleball facility. So, as you know, you had already submitted your scores. They were tabulated. The top 4 parks are gonna be or
5.
locations. Was it
Yeah.
5?
Yeah, there's an outlier where we said, put it in, that's,
Okay.
because it was a 10-pointer, but it was sports bar.
That's right, okay. In any event, so. The last step in this process is actually, Pat, we just need your signature. You're going to basically submit the summary, that, Bryce has composed.
Okay.
And it'll go to the city council through their formal council correspondence.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I don't have that with me. It either come to
You call me or Bryce can call me.
or-
Just call me, I'll come down
It
here.
may come through electronic.
I was just gonna say, so we can read it, yeah.
Sign it, I'm gonna sign it in handwriting.
Well, I'll read it and see what's going on.
What was I
Yeah.
gonna tell you about that? I had correspondence with, Cheryl Madrigal Ellenberg, I think her name was. And, she had talked to me about the pickleball and I said, well, our job has been done to a certain extent, it's going on to council. And then she mentioned that she and somebody else had a conversation with the city administrator. He recommended developing a 501(c)(3) and, you know, funding, and I said, wait, no, don't do that. I said, come and visit me and Terry and, Bill Headley, and we're in the Friends of Gilroy Parks and Recreation Foundation. And this is all something we could also work on for fundraising and it can help. It could be the impetus that gets us really rolling.
Okay.
So, that's what I recommended to her. And so she thought that was a good idea. That way they don't have to file and do all.
What's her
this
name?
stuff. Cheryl Madrigal Ellenberg. I think that was.
Okay, well, let me keep going on this.
Yeah, I just want to let you know that I did have a conversation about that.
And then lastly, the story walk. So I apologize on this, but it is now just in terms of going back and forth on the agreements between the city and the library and who's in charge of what, who's responsible for what, and so forth. So we're still working out the details. Once that gets ironed out, then we can move forward. But we're not there yet.
So you're
I will
in
keep you
you're in the
posted.
process.
Hopefully by your next meeting, January, we should be.
Lot in January.
Yeah, there should be a new update. Stay tuned.
We probably ought to change lead commissioners on this to take me off. And for
Okay.
training participation, maybe give it to either Terry or Luis. I know Luis is wanting to do the funding resources.
We'll wait until the new commission.
Okay, but I just want to let you should take me off at least. Also, one of the things, I know this upcoming year is a budget year, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah, and we no longer have the, city engineer, I understand, she's gone. Ebba, is gone, and, so.
Does this have to do with the work?
Yeah, it does, because,
Because there's.
Is that-
We talk about this.
okay, because that may be in coming to the work plan, I think, right, the budget,
That really won't be part of your work plan. It will be a separate item,
okay?
but it's not part of your work.
Oh, okay, but it's action we have to do,
Yeah, the commission will have an opportunity to
yeah,
provide input
okay,
on capital improvement projects.
right,
Any other
okay, right,
additional-
okay. All right, so anything more with the work plan conversations, other than adding the April 19th birthday on the bottom?
Mhm.
Good. Back to the
Do we
agenda.
want to assign any, you mentioned that they're doing it, do we want to assign any subcommittee members to this? Now, or should we wait?
I'm thinking we should do,
Wait till
two.
February,
And that's gonna be two, yeah, we should do,
Yeah.
just, let's get the ball rolling.
yeah,
yeah,
so I'm happy to be part of that, because I've already
Okay.
made some thoughts, so I'm happy to
all right,
stay with that. If anybody else wants to join me, I'm happy to. Sam, you or Terry right now, you're the only, so,
I can help you out.
okay.
okay,
Terry?
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll probably be in the barn side, then,
Perfect, anyway, you know,
Okay.
somebody to join.
yeah. Okay, so going on to. Let's see, so we've received and commented on the work plan. And so nothing further on that, correct? Oh, we didn't take any comment from the public. Do we need to?
Oh, yeah, please.
Okay, need to open it up for any public comment on our work plan. Any comments? Well, you already know what we added. So I hope that's good. Okay, so we'll move on from that. So looks like we can move on to item 11, department updates, and 11.1 recreation division updates.
Okay, all right, so turn to this part of your packet. Halloween updates, Halloween events. So on October 25th, the adaptive program hosted Halloween dance at the senior center. And we had over 80 participants, who danced the night away. Also on that same night, Crosstown at San Ysidro Park, in collaboration with the South County Youth Task Force and the Santa Clara County Neighborhood Services Unit, the Recreation Division co-hosted Spooky Night, which was a celebration of Halloween and Day of the Dead. And we had over 400 residents who
Right.
enjoyed activities, access to community resources, an altar, and a haunted house.
Ooh.
Right.
Senior services, so VSP Vision Eyes of Hope had a mobile clinic, stop at the senior center on October 23rd. This clinic, this mobile clinic, which is essentially, it's an RV, travels throughout the US to increase equitable access to eye care and eyewear to low income and uninsured Americans. About 60 Gilroy residents, all of whom are senior citizens, were able to take advantage of the free eye exam and receive a new set of glasses.
That's great.
That's great.
Wow. Oh, look who we have here on the upcoming events on Saturday, December 7th, next page. Okay, so we already talked about this. This is the Breakfast with Santa. As it was already mentioned, we have two seatings, one at 8:30, one at 10:30. Wear comfortable shoes. Breakfast will be prepared by you.
Do we still have the entertainment where the local youth group comes in and does a little number?
Yeah, we'll have.
Oh, nice.
The Winter Youth Basketball League has 100, actually now 14 participants registered. Games will begin in December, so this is for kindergarten through fifth grade. And it's co-ed, boys and girls.
What are they playing? How do they play?
Solzano Middle School.
Nice.
What's the cost on that?
I don't remember offhand.
190 or something like that?
No, I think it's,
Wow.
I want to say 175.
Do we have scholarships available?
We do, yes,
Okay.
yes, so, in fact, we just raised our youth scholarship, I didn't put it in here. So for the last 3 years, it's been $120 that, an individual, can receive, they have to be, 17 or younger, and a Gilroy resident. Now it's been raised to $150.
Nice. And how do you determine who gets a scholarship?
So they have to fill out an application, so they have to be income eligible, and they have to provide some sort of certification.
Yeah, they're
Most
vetted.
commonly, a letter from the school district.
Okay.
Saying that they're eligible for a free or reduced lunch, but it could be other documentation too, their foster child, they qualify. Food stamps, Medi-Cal.
And how do you, do they know that or?
It's actually in our new guide, yeah. We have a little ad in there, and then it's on our website, I think a lot of it is just word of mouth.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's-
they know if they need money, there's scholarships available to them.
Yes.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah, it's a long run program, and in fact, part of the payment, is when you register for your classes, there's a little fee that goes towards that.
There used to be, yeah.
Oh, is
We
it
have to
not?
pause that.
Oh, you
Yeah.
pause that? Okay, okay.
Anyways, last is actually, it arrived today, our new recreation guide, so
Oh.
you should be receiving this in the mail in the next couple days.
Okay.
Cool.
It's got lots of activities, obviously Breakfast with Santa is on the cover. We've got some new classes, we even have a new preschool program, we have some music lessons.
Oh, do you have a plate?
It's not in the guide, and because we're working with the theater director who's trying to secure the rights to a musical unnamed at this point. I don't know what it will be,
Okay.
but I should know in the next week or so.
Cool,
Yes.
okay. All right, next item is 11.2, status of city parks. And it will be John.
Arts. So, for the past months have been, focused on tree trimming. We completed all the tree, raising all the limbs and cleaning all the dead branches out of the trees at, Los Animas Park, Carriage Hills, Christmas Hill. Has had gotten a few along the back path and the overflow parking, and also Silver's Crossing and Hooters Creek Trail. Since last meeting, we've completed over 38 service requests, various tasks, including mainline repairs, graffiti abatement, parks, lighting issues, plumbing repair, Christmas Hill, Los Animas, restrooms. We hung the hometown banners downtown. Those will be up for the remainder of the month. Done some weed abatement, replaced 4 more barbecues in Christmas Park. Did some picnic table cleaning and removal at the Anna Playground. We repainted all those. Completed the Arbor Day planting rainbow. You guys. We were set to complete the patio here outside.
Can I,
Priorities.
can I just comment on Rainbow Park? So remember when we planted those 3 trees along the street there? It's been, okay, well, one of them is dead again, and it's the one closest to the corner. Two of them are sprouting, and the other one's not doing anything.
Mantelli
That would be,
or
Uh,
Harrison?
no, it's not on Hirosaki, so it'll be on Mantelli.
It lost the leaves. But it's still.
But the two next to them are all leafed out. That's what made me look. So there's tree bear, leaf, and leaf.
Planted them like,
I'm just saying what I saw today, so just heads up. type of thing.
I'll take a look.
I know, I
at
thought it was
I'm
kinda
pretty
weird.
sure just using the leaves for the
Hopefully.
fall.
Yeah, it was just so noticeable because.
well, there might be shocky a little bit too.
No, it's been a while, but 2 of them are so healthy. Yeah.
Well,
and this was tough.
we planted bigger trees this time too.
It should be, I'll double check, but.
Yeah.
I know
Thanks,
it's
Sherry,
going
for,
off
like,
the
reporting on
leaves.
Okay.
In the next couple of weeks, probably this storm will be all.
Can I also talk about El Roble and branches?
Wait to our park reports.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just didn't want to forget. 'Cause,
No, no.
yeah, there's a lot of dead branches right now hanging out.
John, I do wanna talk to you about something on your list, that you said the main repair for those water mains inside the parks.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are mostly irrigation mains, we've got them throughout the parks.
Miller and Lasani on that list, cause I saw a lot of water in these parks.
Miller was,
Oh.
overwatered, we turned down the water. Los Animas had one by the,
Tennis courts?
auxiliary baseball field
Mhm.
and by the tennis court that
Okay.
took place. Christmas Hill had, one by the new restroom, sports park had a couple. Just found one at, Red Bar, in front of the Red Bar.
Okay.
So they're throughout.
They're busy.
The Horse Arena had another one.
mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Couple other things, we assisted, streets department and, Funhouse encampment cleanups along Ubis Creek. There was, quite a big encampment behind Sydney Casper Park.
Mhm.
8 encampments back there. And then staff this week's been busy working on the storm drains. They've gone through with the Vector and sucked up, and cleared the drains at Los Animas Park,
Mhm.
including the dog park. And, should be working it tomorrow at Christmas Hill Island Sports Park.
Okay.
And all the jobs going on.
Okay, thank you, John. Okay, item 12 is Commissioner Park reports and comments. So, Barry, you want to start off first?
Like I say, the parks look great. I think that's something that we need to have Friday. I was there, they all look good. I didn't see any graffiti anywhere. I'm kind of worried about the Red Barn, to be honest with you, because you go out there, just land and, there's a parking lot, and there's a lot of just nobody out there. Like today, there was no one out there, and there's that beautiful Red Barn, and I just hope that, I don't know, if there's lighting there, what can happen? I know there's, Los Animas, we've had problems before with graffiti and stuff like that, so it's just a no,
It's
I just,
restricted by the fence to some degree.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and you get the,
No,
yeah,
it's,
the kids that can.
no, it's
hop over.
it's pretty well fortified, you'd be surprised.
Yeah,
I was,
well,
anyway, but yeah, but
so,
traffic
let me
helps.
finish, let me
Yeah, go right
finish
ahead.
with this, but other than that, all the parks look good. There's no, I haven't seen any overwatering on it, that nothing's dying or anything like that, so, and that's Christmas Hill. El Roble. And,
Oh,
Dane,
Rainbow.
Little Rainbow Park, yes, Little Rainbow, Park, yes.
You said something about a little bit earlier.
Two grass.
Yeah, right where the kids equipment is.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why, so I'm like, walking around going, oh, that would fall on somebody's head as they're going down the slide. And it's not that the tree's dying, it's just they're dead branches, just by nature of the tree, I think, so.
Yeah, the rain would ask, I had the back fence pruned this year, but
Okay,
slowly kind of, hopefully in a phase through the.
yeah, I know, cause it's really cleaned up against those people's houses there and stuff like that, that's all bare and looks good. Yeah, it's just so beautiful trees, and the kids get the shade, but then they get dead branches and stuff, so, no, it's still a great looking park. But that's it.
Okay, the parks, for me are, Coyote Ray Park and Sydney Casper Park. And, thank you for taking care of the housing encampment problem. I noticed there was a barricade this weekend on that little cement area that has the planking and metal planking over it. Is that still there? I didn't go by today, so.
Should be still there. We
Okay.
purchased new grates to repair all the.
Yeah, it's happened
Cracked
before.
ones.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
The new ones came a little bit thicker, so we've got.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Are they
Um,
cracking because of, people cracking them, or is it just old?
I'm not sure if that's
Oh.
the design or whatnot, but they do
Hmm.
crack along the
Yeah, they're kind of,
grate, so.
yeah, and it wasn't real thick metal, didn't look like, and so, yeah,
The new ones are a lot.
it's probably gonna be a good idea. Did you turn down the water there a little bit too? Cause I noticed we've had some mushy water, mushy grass when I'm, going over by the basketball area. It's my dog and
The
I.
water up Monday.
Okay.
We're having issues, but that clock actually doesn't communicate with us.
Okay.
So I had to go up there.
Okay, I don't report it because I figure like, well, it's gonna go pretty soon, they're gonna turn it off, and it hasn't been super bad, so. Anyway, so when I walk the dog, we always go through there and I see it. So that park's looking great, as far as, Coyote Del Rey, when I don't go in that park as much as I used to because my grandkid doesn't go there anymore, but I still drive around it. And, when that, cement work is gonna be done where it's lifted out by the play area, the
The,
swing play area and stuff,
talking about the sidewalks,
Yeah.
the raised concrete, still. I was getting close to getting it.
Okay, well, I know I've got it out there. I'm not gonna, ding it every time. So that's, it's there.
It's
So,
been, in the works. We have a number of parks that were.
Yeah.
doing concrete
yeah,
slicing, it's just in the process of getting.
yeah, okay. So, those look good. Sam,
Anybody else?
Me? No report.
okay,
I'm two in a row now.
Sam.
I had Oktoberfest.
okay,
That's my excuse.
Alrighty, it's a good one.
So for me, San Isidro looks great, still at stuff. For a long time, so, but, the night, Animas. Playground, I did see some graffiti on there, I know you guys tried to take it off. Not to paint that or what. Maybe they kept me got cleaned up, there's a bunch of clothes on the grass on the Church Street side. So if you go up Church Street, there's just a bunch of clothes. It looks like it was just recently put there. There's also the really wet grass on the ball field that you mentioned already, John, and also by the tennis court.
Yeah.
And then I did have a couple people come to me, they know the commissioner, they said it's really dark. And it's out there, and when they leave, it's a little sketch and it's dark, I don't know if the lights change, I know you mentioned lighting issues in before.
Yeah, and was that mentioned earlier in the month? I did adjust the, timers for
You
the
did?
clocks.
Yeah, they just mentioned it's really dark when they get out of tennis at 5:30. And the parking lot, I know those, I don't know if you can change light bulbs in there, because they're kind of dim, and, the brighter it is, the better. So I don't know if we can do anything about changing light bulbs. higher water cycle. Just to kind of brighten it up a little bit. But you think that's good.
I wanted to mention that on Thursday night, there was a, dinner welcoming all the volunteer commission folks, and, want to thank the city again for, having that dinner for us and recognizing those of us who attended. I know the three of us made it. So I'll add them there too. So I really, really appreciate that recognition.
Yeah.
Yeah. And okay, 13, staff comments.
I don't have it.
Ah,
I mean, I've already said my.
Peace. Yeah, future commissioner, initiated items. I don't think we have anything right now, do we? All right.
No, I mean, it was the birthday.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I say we have adjournment at 7:09 PM. Good night, all.
All right,
All right.
thank you for coming, input.
All right, here you're gonna see I mean, maybe I better keep this till next month.
Yeah.
Thank you.